Hello everybody, it is Captain Hooch here, and I have been in the mood to play some Prison Architect again. Now, last time you saw me play this game on the channel, we did the escape mode and I tried to speedrun escapes. This time, I'm thinking it might be more fun to try and build a prison. So let's see if we can make the ultimate prison. So let's go ahead and create a new one. Now, do we want to be a male prison or a female prison? I say we're going to go with the men for this time around. Now we have the warden, the lobbyist, who looks like Total Biscuit and Jesse Cox had a man-baby together. Friends in high places and make sure that the more easily controlled prisoners come to his prison. Alright. I don't know, he sounds like things will get very boring if we just have a bunch of hippies in prison, so... Who's Rita? Ruthless and terrifying. Rita has a reputation for running her facilities through judicial application of fear. Rumors of her carrying a whip may be exaggerated. Keyword, may. I don't know. More suppression? Now, we don't want suppression. I mean, we want a little suppression on the prisoners, but no. Now, this guy could be very useful. You know, dogs will fully uncover tunnels. Tunnels can just be the bane of your prison sometimes. The pacifier, again, really useful guy to have, but it'll make the prison a little more boring, so who else we got? Gets a resale value of all contraband found. That's also kind of neat, and I'm actually tempted to play her, but I think I'm just going to go with the basic warden. So we're going to take a large plot of land, we'll have the fog of war on, we will generate forests, we won't generate any actually, no. Let's generate some buildings and see what we can do with them. Failure conditions, will we have those? Yeah, let's have some failure conditions. Do we want gangs? No, I think we'll leave gangs off, but we will turn events on. And weather and temperature. Yeah, we should definitely go with that. Now, let's just click play. Okay. So, we've got a lot here that we can work with. So, first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to pause this, and we're going to want to turn off the prisoner intake. We cannot afford to have any prisoners coming in at the moment. Now, since we are still pulling 840 a day, we're going to let the game play out. So we got to figure out what we're going to do. First off, I'm thinking this right here, we could reclaim this building and do something with it. So let's see, this is a brick building, so let's make a brick foundation. This can be our administration area. Okay, now I need to get that to require an entrance, so let's bulldoze this right here. Or maybe I need to do this, demolish the walls. Yeah, that'll work. And I don't know if this counts as an indoor area, so we'll just put all of that on there. And let's get our workers into double time so they start getting to work. So we gotta get an entrance on this place, so let's figure out where we would like to have that. Or maybe in the meantime, we could go into planning and figure out how we want to plan this place out. So I'm thinking over here we can have a nice reception area. Just come in, you know, table, an office desk, maybe a couch, something comfortable, something inviting to welcome people into the prison. So this seems like a good place to place our first door. So let's just do some nice double doors right here. Because double doors are fancy and very welcoming, and that will make anyone who enters our prison just feel like, yeah, we want you in here. Because we do. We'll give it a nice brick wall to match the outside. And we gotta wait till the foundations are done. So let's get these guys to hurry up on... Okay, here they go. Foundations are complete. So now we'll come in through here. And, one thing. I don't know if I want to keep the auto lights on or not. I mean, they're fine. I guess we'll leave auto lights alone. I mean, I'm not really bothered with it. I know you can have a much nicer looking prison without the auto lights, but honestly, I'm just lazy. I'm gonna let the prison do its own lighting. That'll be fine for me. So now we've got this area, and these guys are just all freaking the fuck out. So for the rest of the prison, we want to go up here. This will be for administration, so we'll start building our offices up this way. So we need to get a door, but first we got to plan out how big we need the offices to be. Now, if I remember right, I think they're, 4x4. So let's plan for an office. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got to do 5 this way, 5 that way, and 5 down, and that should come out to a, that's a 4x4 area for the offices. So let's build a staff door right here. Okay, now this guy should come in here, build a staff door, and the rest of these fellas could get out. No root? What do you mean, no root? There's plenty of root to build a staff door here. Come on, figure it out. Come on! Alright, tell you what then, if they can't do that, we will just demolish this one section of wall. They can't fuck that up. Alright. Now that that's taken care of, now we might be able to build a staff door. Okay, so we got the staff door in, and now we know that we want our offices to be along this area. So let's go ahead and set out an area for the offices. So we can just do 6 by 6. Yeah, that's what we need. 6 by 6 for the offices. And what we have up here? Oh, that's actually, this is actually the perfect size. Holy crap, I didn't even really measure for this bit, and that worked out so well. That is amazing. Okay, so I need to check something real quick. Staff room's another thing we're going to need. It has a minimum size also of 4 by 4. So, how can we do a good staff room? You know what? Actually, this can be a hallway leading into the next section of the prison where we can have the power and the storage and all that. Because I like keeping all my staff stuff in one general area. So, we will just move over one on our planning and do the rest of the staff rooms this way. So we got a 6 by 6 staff room there, another 6 by 6 here, and a 6 by 6 here, and a 6 by 6 here. And that should be good. I think we probably have too many, but as we get along in the prison, we'll probably want to have some extra psychologists on hire, so not a bad idea. So let's go ahead and build the walls. Alright, this is all coming together quite nicely, and we've only trapped a couple people in a room, it looks. Nope, yep, just one guy. One guy's trapped in the room. That's alright. We can live with that. So let's get some doors into these offices. So we got our warden, finance, foreman, chief of security, lawyer. Am I missing anybody? Let's see, chief of security, lawyer, accountant, psychologist. Yeah, we got, yeah, that's right. We also need to have, let's see, who else are we missing? Let me check. Okay, we need to get a warden in, so I think these right here will just be psychologist's office, because we have warden's office, foreman's office, accountant's office, let's see, warden, accountant, foreman, and who else? Chief of security, and then we'll need, yeah, we could have four psychologists. Oh yeah, a lawyer, so 3 psychologists. So we'll make these other 3 rooms. We'll make 2 rooms for psychologists, and we'll make this a staff room. That would be probably the best use of the space. So we'll put our psychologist office up here, and put the staff room here, and we'll put a secure door on the staff room. And that should do it for us. Okay, and how is this job blocked? How can you not construct a brick wall here? You've got a path. I don't even understand these builders. Somebody needs to contact your union, because you guys have just no idea what you're doing. There we go. You've got the wall. Great. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these things decorated, because we are going to have to get that warden in quickly so that we can start working on getting some policies unlocked so that our prison will be ready to bring in some inmates. Office, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. So we're going to need in the office a filing cabinet, an office desk, and a chair. Awesome. Okay, we've got that. And then we can take the planning, or the quick build, that's what we want, quick build, and we can just copy this. Copy, pasta. Copy, pasta. Copy pasta. Copy pasta. Copy pasta. Copy the pasta. Great, now I want some pasta. That's a terrible joke, forgive me. Alright. So now we want to make this room over here our staff room. And the staff room is going to need a drink machine and a wide sofa. So we'll go ahead and pop that in and give him a drink machine. Give him 2 drink machines. I'm going to be a generous prison architect. Okay, so let's go ahead and hire ourselves a warden. Alright, we got a warden, so now we can go ahead and we can research finance. And we should be able to get a grant for the administration center. And all we need now is just finance and an accountant. So let's go ahead and work on the basic detention center now. So we've got our 2 grants active. What do we want next? Holding cell, a shower, yard, kitchen, canteen, 2 guards, and 2 cooks. Okay. Before we can do any of that, though, we're going to need a place for power. So let's see. We will need 4... We can probably use this room up here. This seems like a good place. Although it is a bit far, so that'd be a bit much for water to run through. But you know what? We'll make it work. We will make this work. So we're going to need a 3x3 for that, and then we're going to need this, and that will be for our power generation. And then we can come down 1, and this will be our water. Okay. So we now know how big we want that, so let's plan out some walls. Come over like this, come over like that, and this wall will come over like this. Awesome. So now we know we got that, we're going to need to just go ahead and connect up the rest of this, and looks like we got a foundation here we can just go ahead and work with. So, yeah, this is where we'll build our next foundation. And I don't think we'll need to have these walls over here, so we can go ahead and demolish these. Here we go, we got all our workers hard at work, and while they are working, we will go ahead and figure out where we want to start putting some things. Now, I'm thinking over here, this looks like it would be the perfect place for a holding cell. Centrally located within the prison, or perhaps maybe the perfect place for the kitchen. Yes, this is it. This right here will be where we will build our kitchen. So let's go ahead and figure out what we need. Now we know we're going to need cookers, fridges, and sinks. We know sinks are 3 long, and we know cookers and fridges are 2. So let's get an even number going up this wall. 10 ought to be enough. We can get 10 on each side. And then we can have some sinks in the middle. So let's see. Sinks in the middle. We can do these. Do it like... Yeah, this will be ideal. So 3 by 3. Or were sinks 4s? We'll figure it out. So now we can just cross this off right here. And... Oh, wait. I should have used the wall planner there. I do not pay attention to what I am doing. Yeah, this will be absolutely ideal. We can have trash cans here. So we now have figured out where we are going to stick our kitchen. So let's go ahead and build our next foundation right over here. And we will place down staff doors. And we will need a concrete wall between them. Awesome. Okay, we've got that set up. That'll be where our kitchen goes. And now we have this room over here to figure out. So while they're off working on that, I'll go ahead and finish doing the planning for this. So we'll have this come down like that, and this here. We can remove that bit of planning there, and we can knock down a staff door which will lead into our power room. Speaking of which, we will need to drop a power station, and 1 capacitor, and a water pump. Okay, now we've got that set up, and we've got our kitchen all sectioned off over here. Where's a good place to stick our holding cell? So we got the offices here. I think holding would actually make a lot of sense to go here. We could actually eventually later convert holding into a gigantic dormitory to store any overflows of prisoners. That might actually be not a bad idea, so let's go ahead and plan this out. So we know that a holding cell, if we check the rooms, needs to be, where's it at? A 5 by 5. So let's see, 5 by 5 room. That will require, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will require a... Wait, that can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, there we go. That's where I made a mistake. So we know this will require a 7x7 space. So we'll make a 7x7 space right here for the holding cell. And you know what? Let's actually just extend the holding cell all the way across right here. And we can split it down the middle. Oh, let me actually just get a good measurement of this room length. What do we have? That's 14? Okay, so we can make this over here a little hallway, pull this down, and this now is a 12. Okay, let's see. This might work. Is this a big enough? That's 5x5, and this is 6x6. So let's just drop this off one more, and there we go. We have our 2 holding cells planned out. So let's go ahead and lay down the walls for those. We're going to need a way in and out of those, so we're now going to need to place down some large cell doors, and we can have one for lower security prisoners and one for higher security. That seems to be the best way we can handle this. Okay, ooh, and I think it's time that we can get our accountant unlocked. Alright, let's go ahead and hire her. Alright, and now we can get ourselves another grant. So we now need the Staff Wellbeing Initiative, which we just need 5 guards without assigned duties. We will grab that, honestly, just a bit later. Oh, I've realized we've made a terrible, terrible mistake. We have forgot to make an entrance into the rest of this jail. So let's go ahead and lay down a large jail door right here. And we need to turn this area into a reception. So while they're working on that, I'll go ahead and start laying out the plans. We're going to need in here an office desk, a table, and a chair. So let's go ahead and lay down a couple of tables. We'll set up an office desk. Put down a chair. What else do we need? Now, you know, I said I'd like to have a sofa in here. Something to make people feel welcome. Maybe when they're waiting to go see the warden, they can sit down in reception on this nice, comfortable sofa. It's very basic, but you know, this will get the job done quite nicely. And now we've got 2 areas for holding cells, so let's clear off the planning that we don't need anymore. And set up some rooms. Holding cells. Just like that. Now we have 2 holding cells. We're going to need a toilet and a bench. We gotta make sure everybody has a place to do their business. And we'll give them a bench so that people can watch the people doing their business do their business. And you know, just because I've seen this done, I think it's absolutely hilarious and brilliant. We're going to place a shower head over top of the toilet, and we will just put a drain here, here, and here. And that will allow people to shower and poop at the same time, saving our prisoners lots of time and making our prisons just super efficient. Now, because people might be in holding for a while, it's probably a good idea to make sure that there are some places for them to lie down and have a nap. So we'll give them a couple of bunk beds, like so, and you know, let's go ahead and give them a weights bench so that they can at least have something to do while they're waiting to be sent to their cells. And there we go. I think we have this set up. We'll give them, you know, we'll give them a couple more weights benches. And you know what? They need a way to call their lawyers, so we'll stick some phones in between the beds. That way they can just jabber on all night and wake up everyone who's sleeping, because in prison, you know, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now we got to figure out what else we need. We've got our holding cells ready to go. We're going to need a canteen. So we've got some area over here that looks like it could be reclaimed. So let's go ahead and build our first canteen right over here. And it's not too far from the kitchen, and we can build a little hallway going this way where the cooks can just walk the food in. So let's see, how big do we want our canteen to be? We could have a canteen big enough to serve the whole jail, or we could do a bunch of small canteens that could be served from maybe a central kitchen, or maybe a bunch of smaller kitchens later on. I think we're going to go with the central kitchen idea, because this is kind of big, and it could probably feed a lot of people. So I think we could do one kitchen for 2 canteens and just hire a bunch of cooks. So we'll bring this out and pull it up this way, and over here like so. There we go. This is looking good. This is looking fantastic even. Okay, now we got to figure out how to hook this in. So, yeah, I think right here we'll just have the canteen be open. So we'll just demolish these walls right here. That way people can just go in and out as they need to. And we will designate this room here as the canteen. Alright, we got that set up. So now we have a canteen. We got to put it with a... What do we need in here? We need a serving table. You know, it makes sense that these should go right here along this wall. We can have them a couple of serving tables, and we'll give them a couple of bins to toss their junk in when they're done eating, because we don't want a filthy kitchen. We can't have that. So now we've got plenty of room for expansion in this canteen, so we're going to need some benches. Got to have a place for the prisoners to sit down, so we'll set these down like so, get a table in here, and now we'll go to quick build and just clone this for convenience. Wait, am I out of... Why is it not building? Is there something in the way? Oh, it hasn't... They haven't put this in. That's why I can't build it. I am an idiot. Okay, so now they've got that in, we will clone it and set it down. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's about all we can really fit in here. So now we have a nice little open area. And this should be sufficient for our canteen. So now we've got to build a hallway between the kitchen and the canteen so that the cooks have a way to get everything over here. So I'm thinking, yeah, this will be perfect, just like this. Just like that. So let's go ahead and get a foundation set in for this. I don't know, the building the prison isn't exactly the most exciting part. Because there's not really a whole lot going on besides a bunch of workers running around like chickens with their heads cut off. And you can only accelerate time so much. But we will have this sorted quickly. So now we don't want a bunch of prisoners sneaking down this hallway and getting into the kitchen, stealing knives and shit. So I think our best choice here is to have a staff door. And then we'll do another staff door down on this end. And now we've got to flesh out our kitchen. Now to start with, we're not going to need a whole lot of kitchen. So let's go ahead and designate this as the kitchen. And go ahead and put down some objects. Now we're going to need one sink. Nope, not where I want to put it. Put it here. We're going to need a fridge, which we will stick on this side. And we're going to need a cooker, which we will place over here. Fantastic. And, oh yes, of course, we will need some bins so that they can throw away their stuff. Bins are cheap, we'll just place down 4 of them. That way we don't have to worry about bins anymore. Okay, so we've got that set up. What else do we need? We need a yard. So, a nice big yard would be nice. And, you know, we've got this big space here. I don't know what else we could use it for. So how about we just go ahead and fence that in and make it our yard. So let's find some materials, get ourselves a fence, and we'll just run it straight along here. And then we will need to put down a large gel door on the yard over here. And we can also have another one leading out to the yard from the kitchen. So after people eat, they can go out and run around and get all that energy out of their system. And we will designate this as our yard. There we go. We have a yard. So now we just need... Okay, what's it? Okay, we got the yard. We need a shower room. So since we got holding right here, and we've got the canteen over here, let's build our showers right here. This seems to be the perfect place. So we'll go ahead and set off a little area right here. We'll build one wall up. We'll take, do it like this. Take one area, go down 3. We've got a nice big opening for people to get in and out of the showers. And we can We're going to have to run some water down here first, but we'll go ahead and lay out the plans for where we want everything. Now, showers are the absolute worst to build, honestly. Because you can put down just a shit ton of shower heads, and you can have it just a great place for all of your prisoners to go and get squeaky clean before they go back to their cells for being dirty, dirty people who got put in prison in the first place. Okay, so we got a nice shower area right here. Now, we have a couple of options. We could take our shower heads and we could do them like this, then do another one above it like that, and put drains down, which I think is a very neat idea and really maximizes the efficiency of your space. But personally, when I build a shower, I've always preferred the look of just having one central wall coming up like this, and we can just put our shower head in like this. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we got that in, and now we're going to need some drains, because we can't have people just flooding the entire area, bathing all their filth off of them. So we'll go ahead and stick drains under all the shower heads, and put them around this wall here, and that should be enough to keep this area from flooding, which is what we need. Okay, now that's going to take a while to build, so while that's working, we will... I don't think we've actually told it to set some walls down here yet. No, we haven't. So we'll go ahead and get these walls built. And we got to figure out what to do with this area. So I think right here outside the canteen, we can just make this the common room. So let me just go ahead and designate this section here as the shower. And now we're going to need to set this over here as the common room. This can be the indoor place for all the prisoners to come and just hang out and do prisoner stuff. And maybe meet and have their AA meetings and all that good stuff prisoners do. So this will be their hangout. And down here... let's see, we can probably section this off into another hallway that will lead south, and we can maybe do a laundry room down. Actually, I know what we'll do. We'll take this, and we'll put a wall down here, and then we can expand this down, and this can be where we'll put our laundry room at. Nice big laundry room, and then we can work on building our first cell block down, and this... actually, right here. Right here, this will be our very first cell block, so we'll put this in like that. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it to lay the foundation down for that. And we want to clear this wall off. And that should get us going. So while they're working on that, I need to lay out some pipes and some wires, and we got to get some lighting in this hallway because it's a one wide hallway. They're not putting lights in it for us, so we've got some lights, and we want to make sure that the cooks, when they're delivering their food to the canteens, they can actually see where they're going. Because we don't want them just tripping and having a mess everywhere. The janitors will hate us. Speaking of which, this seems like a good area to put some janitorial closets, and over here seems like a smart place that we could build our storage area. So I'm going to go ahead and take a brick wall, set it down here, and uh-oh, we have run out of money. That's not good. That is not good that we're out of money. So we're only bringing in 560 a day, so we could hire 2 guards and 2 cooks and get our 10,000 in right away. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll hire... oh god, we can't even hire 2 cooks. Uh-oh, I have severely mismanaged our funds. So here's what we're going to have to do. We can hold safely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 prisoners. So I'm going to go ahead and do a prisoner intake. We're going to need 1, 2... let's see, how many can we get here? Number per day. We want 8 prisoners, and we will hire 1 guard. So there we go. I'm going to take 8 per day, and we want to get them from... yeah, we want to get mostly from medium sec, but we'll take a couple from... now, we'll just take only medium sec right now, because we need money, and we don't really have the facilities to handle high sec, and we're going to need a guard, so we'll have to hire at least 1 of these guys and spend our last 5... insufficient? I have! Oh, no, wait, I'm looking at this. Oh, crap. Okay. They're arriving in 5 hours. This is bad. We're going to have to close it real quick. And guys, we're going to fast forward the video and cut ahead to when I've actually saved the money. Because it'll take about 24 hours in-game to get what I need to buy 1 guard so that we can actually get some people put in holding. Then again, though, without the guard, they'll actually just stay here handcuffed and they won't be able to get anywhere. So yeah, let's go ahead and just take them. Fuck it. We'll take 8 prisoners. And hopefully the guards won't be stupid and stick all of our prisoners in one cell when we have a capacity with 8 beds. But yeah, we're going to need this $4,000 so we can finish our basic detention center and get our grant and then start working on our first cell block. I always go overboard on prisons every single time. So let's just fast forward until we get the money. That's all we can really do now. Okay, we have our $4,000 from the prisoners coming in, so now we're going to need 2 guards and 2 cooks. And to make sure our prisoners don't starve to death, we're going to have to go ahead and finish up with our prison. There are no prisoners assigned to eat in this canteen. What do you mean there's no prisoners assigned to eat in this canteen? Their holding cells are here, the canteen's here, why would they not be... I don't get it, whatever. There's nothing really we can do there, so we're going to go ahead and set up some power so that our chefs can make the food. And, oh, since the prisoners are coming in before we get there, we're going to need to take a look and see who we're getting. What kind of scumbags are getting off of this bus? Oh, they've already dropped them off. Alright, let's pause this real quick. Who do we have? We have Dan Carter. Assaulting an officer. It's not a good crime, bro. What do you got here? Kidnapping, trafficking, and false imprisonment? He falsely imprisoned the guy. Holy crap. White. What did you do, John White? Ooh. Robbery and perjury? Boys, what have you done? 4 years for joyriding. Wow. What did you joyride that got you 4 years? Oh, we got a couple more in here. Death by dangerous driving, aggravated vehicle theft, wow. They're all monsters. Except for the joyriding. You know, boys, I like you. With your sweet afro and your goatee. I mean, you're a guy who knows how to have a good time, and you just got a bad rap. Oh, he also got a plea for assault, but he pled guilty. Oh, he served that already, so... You know, at least he's also honest, you know? He fucked up, he knew it, he admitted it. Boys, you know what? I think you... are not really going to be a problem for anybody. I think you're going to be a pretty good prisoner to have. But while the guards are dealing with our prisoners, processing them through reception, we have got to get some power going to, well, literally everything. I hope we have enough to get it going. So first thing we're going to have to do is get some power going along this way. And we're going to have to get it to our cookers. Power that, and then we will run the power. Actually, it just makes sense to run it. No, we can't run it through the machine, can we? That's blocking it. So we'll run it this way. No, we'll just run it straight up. Screw it. We'll run it up, and then we'll just meet it over here. That should do it. Yeah, that should do it. So we'll go ahead and go back to fast time. And all these guys should be put in their cells soon. And now we're going to need to get some water going. So we'll run our water down this way, and we can have the showers and the toilets activated that way, and then we can run another bit of water down this way to get to our sinks. And that should do us on water, so we'll go ahead and run some small pipes up from the sinks. And we'll run our small pipes over here. Okay, I think we've got our piping situation sorted out. Oh, nope, wait, we still got to do the toilets. There we go. Toilets are piped. Okay, so forgot how to do words for a second there. Once we get all this sorted out, we should be good to go. So we got $9,000 cash. We're going to need to get some power going. So we'll run a cable down this way into reception. And then we can run another along this way so we can get the showers. Run one down here. And that should sort us out, I hope, for getting all the rooms powered. Yeah, this should be what we need right here. This should do it. And then we can just run an extra one to reception, like so, and then get one down in this hallway, and that should be alright. Should be, I hope. So now we're going to have to take ourselves another grant, and we'll do cell block A. We need to raise our prisoner capacity to 15. Now I've decided that I want to do over here, I want to make this our laundry room for when we get the foreman unlocked. So let's go ahead and demolish this wall right here. And build a new wall coming up and over. And we'll just put a simple door on it. Right. We'll put a door here and a door in here. That way people can access the... No, actually we don't want the door here. We don't want that. No. We want to just do the wall. Just the basic brick wall. Because I just realized they could just go through this door, then go across and come out. And no, that's just terrible, terrible security. No, we want to keep the cell block separated. We want to have a gel door there. So while that's going on, and we're actually getting some good income coming in, let's go ahead and research... Oh, what are we going to need here? We're probably going to need prison health, because prisoners will fight, they will piss each other off. It will just be complete pandemonium if we're not careful. So let's go ahead, and while health is being researched, we need to raise our prisoner capacity up. So we'll go ahead and plan out for some cells, and we'll run our cells along this wall here. So I think for a minimum cell, I think we need, what was the minimum cell size? A 2x3 is what our minimum cell size is, so let's see. What do we need for a 2x3 cell? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, okay, 2x3. So actually, oops, need to do this way, 2x3. So our actual minimum cell size will be 4x5. So let's go ahead and get those built. Not 4x6, 4x5. Okay, so here we're going to run into a little snag. So I think what we'll do here is we'll just leave this and make that an area for solitary confinement. We can have a 2 wide here, do 4x5 going down. Uh-oh, power outage. We do not have enough capacitors to power this thing. We have run out. So we're going to go ahead and spend just a few thousand just to get our capacitors back up to snuff. And, you know, I think our prison will survive without power for a little while at least. We're also going to need to get 5 guards without assigned duties, so let's go ahead and just bring in some more guards. Okay, so we've got that completed, and now we can get some more grants. What would be a good grant to grab? Grants. You can accept no more than 2 grants at a time. Inmate health and well-being seems to be the next most logical conclusion. Let's see, what else is there, though? We can do short-term... Yeah, we want inmate health and well-being, so we'll have to find a good place to build ourselves a medical facility. Go back to planning, get ourselves some walls going on. Okay, so this is like a good position to start our first cell block, and let's see, over here another 2. Oh, this is perfect, actually. Absolutely perfect. So now we know we can just go over like so. Okay, so now we got that set up, and we can put our solitary cells up here. So we'll just go ahead and set it up like this. And this is where all the extra naughty prisoners will get thrown. That actually maps out just completely perfect. I love it. So we don't need the planning along this wall or this wall here, so we are now good to start building our first cell block. Alright. First thing we're going to want to do is lay down a gel door right here, like so. And then we're going to put some walls up. So brick wall, brick wall, brick wall. Awesome, so now the guards should come in. We'll actually, you know what, we should just set this door to remain open. Because this is just going to slow everybody down, so door mode locked open. That'll save everyone time, and that's what we need, is to save time in this process. So now we're going to need, if we're going to make this a cell, we're going to need in it a bed, and they will need a place to poop, and I think that's it. I think that's all a cell needs, is a place to sleep and a place to poop. Indoors bed and a toilet. So we're going to want to take good care of our prisoners, so let's give them, what do we think? A television. Yeah, they can watch some TV, they can keep up with what's going on in the outside world. I think that's more than fair. So now that we've got that, we can go into our planning, remove this wall here, we don't need that. We can go quick build, clone, and we can just clone this cell right here. We can clone it, and we will be golden to just copy pasta, copy pasta, copy pasta, copy pasta, all the way up, and there we go, we've got our cells. And we can just do the same on this side. Alright, so we got this set up nicely. Now for this side we're going to have to reverse it around, and sadly you can't flip your copy pasta from that, and these guys get to face each other. Now, just for the sake of privacy though, we are going to be building our jail doors going that way on these. Because, you know, prisoners do need privacy. And, you know what, we'll run our beds this way, we'll put the toilets here at the foot of the bed so that way they can look at their own poo while they sleep, and we will give them a television to watch while they're taking a crap. You see, these guys are going to get the luxury cells, because you get to watch TV while you poo, and that's, you know, that's the dream when you're in prison. You know, if you're going to take a poop in, like, an uncomfortable place next to where you sleep, you might as well be able to watch TV and poo at the same time. Now, a lot of prisoners have been known to break their toilets, so I'm thinking that it might be a good idea to... Whoop, didn't mean to put them there. It'll be a good idea to just do drains all the way up where the doors would go. That way, if they break their toilets, it won't flood out into the hallway. They want to swim in poop water, that's fine. The rest of us, we shouldn't have to put up with that kind of crap, pun intended. Okay, so we wait on these to get completed. Once they get this cell over here built, we can just do the copy-paste and get that going. So while that's happening, we're going to need to bring our utilities down. So we've got our large pipes going down this way, and this will just be an easy enough fix. We'll bring it all the way down here and run a series of small pipes over. Now, since the toilets are on the opposite side, we only got to run the small pipes this far on these, and that will save us time and money. And there we go, we've got the piping set up, so let's get some electricity into this section of the jail. Can't have a jail without good electricity, so we'll go ahead and bring this over like that, and we'll run the wires down. And there we go, we should have some electricity going, and we'll run this over to this room, and that should have us good and properly powered, I'd hope. But we gotta turn the generator back on, I forgot to do that, so let's see how our lighting situation looks. Oh, we're good, and we're only at just below 50% power, so we are golden. Let's go ahead and get our solitary set up, and we can have a place to put all the naughty prisoners, and then once this cell block's complete, we'll get our grants, and I think we'll call it an episode. Okay. Looks like we've just about got this cell block over here done. So, you know what, guys? I think actually right here, this would be a good place to end it. So, I'm going to go ahead and say, good night, everybody. This is Captain Hooch signing off. If you've enjoyed watching me play Prison Architect, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel for more content. And if you didn't like it, leave a comment below telling me what you didn't like and what I could do better, and I'll try to improve in future videos. If you want to, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And be sure to stay tuned to the rest of the video while we just fast forward to the rest of the construction process and prepare for the next episode. Good night, everybody. Okay, what are we getting here? New mission. Pick up the... Oh my god, it is a giant fork. We are picking up giant forks with a forklift. This is the greatest forklifting experience I have ever had, and this is coming from a guy who is actually at one point did drive a forklift at work. Oh, be careful with the fork lifting. Puns. Alright, what's this? Forktacular! Alright, whoa, this one's a bug.